Uh-oh.
Is that what I thought it was?
As long as you don't think it was me running over a sprinkler head, then no, it wasn't.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry about it. I'll just add it to the honey-do list.
If you had signed up for Mike Scott Plumbing's irrigation package in the first place, you wouldn't have to do anything.
What? Mike Scott Plumbing does irrigation too?
Yeah. I told you they have packages where they take care of everything.
Yeah, but I broke it, so they're not going to cover that.
But with their annual irrigation maintenance plans, you never have to pay for another service charge or broken sprinkler head ever again, regardless of the fault.
So that means I break it, they fix it.
That's what I said, Mr. Genius.
Okay, you win. How do I sign up?
I thought you'd never ask. Call Mike Scott Plumbing today and ask about their irrigation maintenance plans. 237-2888. That's 237-2888.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a Friday. I have a very important guest in the studio with me right now. I'll turn the camera around so she can wave to everybody real quick.
Okay, just quick. I don't like me on camera.
No. Well, now we got to turn your mic on, too.
Oh.
There
Is
she
it on?
is. Yeah, the mic's on.
Hi, everybody.
There she is.
It's Susan,
That's right.
Tom's fiance.
That's my fiance. She surprised me by coming in the show today. I didn't know she was coming in. Wait, hold on.
Hold on. What is that?
How about we shut that off? I bumped a button here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm having a rough day today.
Yeah. You are having a rough day,
I,
but you did have a good breakfast.
I did have a
you
great
not?
breakfast. You made me. My wonderful fiance made me a fantastic ham and cheese omelet.
Mm-hmm.
I had some mandarin oranges, some fried diced potatoes, and orange juice. It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Helped me get over a little imbibing last night.
It was.
I imbibed a little last night.
I enjoy the fact that you are letting your listeners know that you gave up beer.
Yeah, I did.
Now, I have to admit this, and this was my fault. I will take this. In my head, because I tend to convert conversations that we have together differently, I took that as alcohol. We are giving up alcohol together for the 40 days, but that's not the case.
No.
You gave up beer,
Right.
and I gave up alcohol, apparently.
Oh, you gave up all alcohol.
All alcohol, yes. I've already committed.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Nor am I going to.
And I think a hearty breakfast was warranted this morning.
100%. 100%. Hey, your phone's right next to you.
It is?
My phone's right next to me.
I have it off, though.
Everybody's phone in this day and age of phones. Everybody's phone's within reach, almost 100% of the time. Would you say that's safe to say that phones are within reach probably 100% of the time for most people?
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, yours, when you sleep, yours is in reach.
No, it is because of the alarm.
Oh, that's right. Mine is too,
But I
because of
shut
the alarm.
because we shut them off.
Right.
But we don't go to the dinner table with them.
We do not.
We do not, because that's our time.
Certainly.
We don't take them into church.
We do not.
Because that's
I take mine into church, but I hand it to you.
Yeah, I'm in control of it.
Right. You
But I
control
leave
it.
mine in the car.
Yep.
There's just certain times that it's not needed. The dinner table is one.
Yes.
And church is another, as far as I'm concerned.
But you have it any other time you have your phone with you, within reach.
It's also for work. So
Right.
this is how people communicate with me via
and that's
text message, email,
same way I do.
everything.
Right. When was the last time you disinfected your phone?
Yesterday, because I have signatures on my phone for some of the deliveries that I do.
Right.
I actually often disinfect it throughout the day to make sure that my customers are safe.
What do you use to disinfect it?
I use the Lysol wipes.
You're not supposed to.
I'm not?
Not according to this.
Well, what does it say?
And did you know, it's good that you do that for your phone, because your phone's germier than you think.
It is.
It's actually a little magnet for germs and bacteria.
It is.
10 times, according to this study, 10 times dirtier than your toilet seat.
Well, you have taken your phone to places no one ever wants to go.
Well, it's infectious disease specialists estimate coronavirus can stick to surfaces from anywhere to 2 hours to 48 hours. Think about how often you take your phone and put it near your mouth, your eyes, your ears. I mean, and it's 10 times dirtier than a toilet seat. But there is an easy way to, there's a way to clean it, but disinfecting your device isn't just as easy as grabbing the disinfectant wipes and wiping your phone. You need to pick one of the best phone cleaners for the job, follow a few specific steps, and avoid pitfalls along the way. Like, you think that just wiping your phone down the screen helps, but germs get in the crevices of your case, and you don't get those with your wipe. You actually need to clean your phone properly. You need to take it out of the case. You need to disinfect the case and the phone. Because if you don't, the germs are still there.
Well, what do they recommend using? I heard like UV light or something like
Well,
that.
they don't want you to damage it, they don't want you to damage your device. So what they say is, remember, your smart devices and computers are delicate gadgets. While it's tempting to use antibacterial bleach wipes or sprays on your computers, keyboards, and smart devices, you want to avoid that. The abrasive chemicals can lead to scratches on your screens and wear down the protective coatings on your devices. Specifically, cleaners that contain alcohol, bleach, or vinegar can wear down touch screens, making them less sensitive and responsive. And you use your touch screen all the time because people sign it.
Every day.
Yep. Put the screen protector on your phone is one of the things you can do. That way you can protect your screen while protecting yourself. Plus, the screen protector will help limit other types of potential damage. Look at top-rated favorites like Lysol or Clorox wipes, or something like Cleanwell's Botanical Disinfecting Wipes, which made the EPA's list of disinfectants suitable for against coronavirus to wipe your cases down. But it does say UV rays help kill it. But once you get it out, if you do it, they say a light, warm rag with light soap, not heavy soap, but light soap, to just wash your screen down.
Like Dawn?
Right.
Probably.
Says, now here's how you do it. I love how these directions are, because a lawyer helped write these directions.
Of course.
First step, power down your phone, make sure it's unplugged.
Does anybody out there know how to shut their phone off?
Power down your phone and make sure it's unplugged. That's why they have that label on the blow dryer for your hair, not to use in the tub.
In the tub.
Because some idiot got in the tub with it, okay? Second, put the cleanser on a microfiber cloth. So put the warm soap on a microfiber cloth.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't scratch?
Do that instead of a paper towel, because the paper towel can be abrasive. Wipe down your phone, making sure to get it in the edges of your phone, right down your phone and cases, making sure to get all the edges around the nooks and crannies. Wipe front, screen, back, and edges. Finally, put down your phone and let the cleanser do its job. Just let the soap permeate. Then take it back, because now they're assuming all phones are waterproof like they are nowadays. Then wipe it down with a cloth again with clean water, and then let the phone air dry.
That's a lot of effort.
Biggest mistake to avoid, spraying cleanser directly onto it.
Well, yes.
When you do that, you don't have control over where the spray goes. It can get into the portholes or the microphone holes, cause damage to the inner workings of the phones. Just a little moisture can damage your ports and make them stop working, your screen glitch, or kill your phone entirely. How often should you clean your phone? Because you're right, that sounds like a lot of work. How often do you think the CDC recommends you clean your phone?
Probably daily, I would imagine. At least.
That's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum.
Once a day is the bare minimum. Here's what the CDC wants you to do. And we know the CDC kind of overreacts. We've learned that during this pandemic. You should clean your phone. Now, the process I just told you, that's a good 10-minute process, wouldn't you say?
At least,
At
yes.
least. So the CDC says you should do this 10-minute process. When you get home after going to work, when you get home after going to the store, when you go any other location, you come home, you should clean your phone then.
I often wonder, when we were children growing up, what did the CDC say about us
Eating mud pies.
You knew exactly where I was going.
Eating mud
pies.
Yeah. Because there was some worm poo-poo in that mud pie.
There was all kinds of, this is why we have a strong immune system.
That is, I literally, every time I think of the mud pie thing, and anytime I think of mud pie, you know what immediately the thought comes into my head? And this is because I'm a Disney guy. Immediately upon the mud pie, I go, yeah, I can understand Timon and Pumbaa. Slimy, yet satisfying.
Yeah.
And everybody that was born and raised their childhood before Commodore 64 and Atari changed the world forever. Because then came the Nintendo, then came the Sega, then came the PlayStation, and all the games where kids now would rather be gaming than they would be outside. For all the kids that grew up in the summers when your parents would put you outside, shut the door, and tell you, we'll call you when you can come back inside.
Although here in Central Florida, because there's a lot of farms, we do have a number of friends that have small children around on the farms, and
Yes.
they make them go out. There's pictures of my friends' children drinking water out of the same trough as a horse at the same time.
That's no problem.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with sharing a hose or passing a cup around, that drinking soda out of the same cup as your 50 other friends.
Yeah,
And
we did
that's
that
what
all
we
the
do
time.
all the time.
We
All the
drank.
time.
We drank out of a rubber hose. Who knows what that rubber hose? What carcinogens came out of that rubber hose? And it was hot. Oh, you had to let it run, especially in Florida.
Yeah.
But for anybody that grew up at that time, you've had a mud pie before.
Had a mud pie.
Everybody's tasted dirt at least once that grew up in an era where you had to go outside and you had to play.
Whether they wanted to or not,
there was no video
they did a face plant off their bike.
There was no video games. The first video game I ever played, I remember it vividly. It was Asteroids.
We had a Bally. It was a Bally.
No, I'm not talking about in my house.
Oh.
First video game I ever played was Asteroids for $0.25 at the bowling alley. That's the first video game. And I was 14, 15.
Is that with the boop boop and you're shooting up as they come down?
No, that's Space Invaders.
Oh, that's Space Invaders?
Asteroid was the one where you had the ship and the rocks were coming at you. And you could turn the ship around and shoot the rocks. And
okay.
And they would break up into smaller rocks.
Okay.
And still come at you. It caused all kind of anxieties. Asteroids was a game that caused anxiety. That's what it was. That's what it was. Hey, we need to take a break. When we come back, Bill DeMott. Well, actually, we're not going to have time for a break. I'm just going to, we'll go for a break so I can get Bill DeMott on. He's going to talk about his daughter's dinner coming up. Oh, let's see. It's maybe him here. Hi, caller. Who's this? Yeah, gotta go. WOCA, you're on with Tom on Ocala Talks. Hi, how are you, Bill?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I wish we were talking under better circumstances. I know this is a great foundation and 5th annual dinner banquet, but you have no idea the influence you had on this guy when I was in my late 20s and 30s with what you did. But we're not here to talk about you today. We're going to talk about Carrie Ann DeMott's Foundation's 5th annual dinner banquet. And real quick, Bill, tell us the story of how this foundation and how this dinner banquet came up, if you can.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, Tom. And what came about was just over 5 years ago. My daughter, Carrie Ann, my middle daughter, was on her way home. She was hit head-on by a DUI offender, multiple DUI offender, and she was killed instantly. And because I know what my daughter was capable of and what she wanted to do in her life, we started the foundation because my daughter is amongst all the other tens of thousands of people that are killed yearly by drunk, impaired, and distracted driving. My daughter's not a statistic. She was a junior at the University of Central Florida studying sociology. She was a teacher at our church for our kids' ministry. She was working 3 jobs at the time while going to school full-time, and she just was full of life, and she had a smile for everyone she met, and she wanted to help people. She was taking sociology courses, and she wanted to make sure that others were taken care of and happy and were living their best life. So as we started to learn the process and went through the process, we knew that we had to do something more than just mourn the loss of our daughter. So, like I said, she's not a statistic. We started the foundation, which started dealing with just drunk, impaired, and distracted driving. And the more we started reaching students and law enforcement and corporate events, we started hearing the other concerns of the students. So as we talk, we now talk about the decisions that people make and how they affect others. So every year in January, which was Carrie's birthday, January 9th, we have a dinner banquet, and this will be our 5th year. And why this year is so important to us as a family and a foundation is most nonprofits have a 5-year shelf life, which means within the first 5 years they fail, close down, or lose interest for whatever reason. And this is with the new normal now and things the way they are, we wanted to make sure that we were still raising awareness and reaching people. So we held our virtual 5K this year, which was an outstanding event. We raised awareness, and we met a lot of people. And so this year's banquet, we're going to be in Maitland at the Holy Trinity Resource Center there, and we hope to see everybody. What we do is we're grassroots, so we survive on donations and sponsorships and working in the community, and everything we do goes back into the community. So on that night, on April 17th, we will be recognizing people throughout the year that have been, statues in the community that have helped raise awareness, not only just with drunk, impaired, and distracted driving, just raising our communities up. And this year we will be honoring the IFF, which is the International Association of Firefighters, for what our first responders do, as well as COPS, which is deals with our police survivors. So we want to make sure that we're giving back to the community. We work with law enforcement throughout the state. FHP is a big partner of ours. Last night I just did another victims impact panel with our partners there in Marion County Sheriff's Office. So we just want to make sure that we're reaching people and we put an end to this preventable epidemic.
Yeah, you're talking about the victim, the survivors, police survivors, and everything. We tragically lost our police chief in October of last year in a plane crash. And so his family, the outpouring of community support to his family has been second to none. And it sounds like the outpouring to the Carrie Ann DeMott Foundation has been very good for you guys as well. Tell me what it means. I'm looking at the flyer here. Explain to me what it means by no more empty seats.
So no more empty seats is when we started talking to kids, and we talked to students in grades from elementary school up to college. And as I started speaking to students, I'm always stay and let the students speak to me, because there's so many stories and how they miss their loved ones or their aunt, their uncle, their mom, their dad, or their grandparents. And I don't want no more empty seats in the classroom, no more empty seats at church, no more empty seats on the ball field, on the dugouts, on the bench, and no more empty seats at the dinner table. We're losing innocent lives on a daily basis because of drunk, impaired, and distracted driving. And then we also realize that we're losing innocent lives because of bullying and social media and decisions that people are making that affect so many other people. So our whole premise behind No More Empty Seats is we want to raise awareness. We want to educate people. We want to talk to them. We want to help them understand that what they're doing, what they're saying, or what they're feeling affects other people as well. And we want to make sure that no one has an empty seat at the dinner table. And each year at the banquet, at the DeMott family table, there's one empty seat. And that's my daughter's.
But she still lives through you and through this foundation. As tragic as that was, the fact that you still allow her soul and her being to be the motivating factor for what you guys do, I applaud you. That's an amazing thing you're doing to keep your daughter's memory alive while also bringing to light distracted driving, impaired driving, drunk driving. And this was a habitual violator that senselessly took your daughter's life. So the fact that you and your family are able to keep her legacy and who she is alive through this foundation, I applaud you for that.
Well, thank you, Tom. I always say that Carrie Ann, as my puppy's barking, Carrie Ann is with me, and she allows me to speak on her behalf, and I say to everybody we speak to, you may not know Carrie Ann when I start, but you'll know her when we're done talking together. And that's just it. She's the guiding force to this. She's the basis for everything we do. And we're just grateful to be able to share her story and to help someone else so they don't have a similar story.
People that know the business you were in before that you retired from will understand what I'm about to say. That what you've done today may be the best promo you've ever cut in your life.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I put all my years, and I've said this before, 30 years in pro wrestling and sports entertainment, in some way, shape, or form, prepared me for what my life's journey is now, and I'm forever grateful to the fans that have reached out and the followers that I have personally that are now part of the foundation, and the wrestling community as a whole has been supportive, and I'm just grateful that I got a chance to entertain people along the way.
Well, I have this number here on my thing. I'm going to, after the show's over, I'm going to reach out to you. If there's anything I can do through what I do here with the radio or what I do in town here, any way that I can help you, I'm going to reach back out to you and figure out how I may be able to help you with this as well, because it's touched me. What you're doing to keep your daughter's legacy alive is amazing, and if I can help in any way, I want to. So if you don't mind, I'll call you after the show, and we'll talk about how maybe ways I can help through my radio listening audience and stuff like that to help as well.
I love it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for calling. If you want to know more about this, you can go to Carrie Ann DeMott. That's Keri for Carrie, Ann, ANNE, DeMott, DEMOTT, foundation.com to reserve your tickets and find out more information, or for sponsorships, for table sponsorships and stuff like that. It's April 17th of this year at the Holy Trinity Reception Center in Maitland, Florida. It's the Carrie Ann DeMott Foundation's 5th annual dinner banquet. Bill, thanks so much for talking to us today, and God bless you and your family.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Bill DeMott, thanks so much for joining us. It's got to be tough. Daughter, junior in college at UCF, habitual violator. It's got to be tough. Not something I'd want to deal with. That's tough there. After the show, I'll reach out to him and see if I can find out some way to help him. Wow. And just to, like I said, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, he cut one of the best promos he's ever cut in his life today on this radio program. And for you professional wrestling fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Coming up at 10:30, April Savarese will be in the building with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Marion County. More coming up after this break. Yeah, Susan hadn't left. She's still here too.
I'm still here.
She's still here to, ridicule and tell you funny stories about me.
I want to talk about the next date you have to plan for me after last night.
We have to go. The music's on. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Prott.
The massive electric power outage in Texas, brought on by extreme winter weather, has started a blame game, with elected officials pointing the finger at renewable energy resources and green energy policies. Renewables only supply about 20% of Texas electricity. Power has been restored to nearly 2 million homes across Texas. There continues to be approximately 325,000 Texas homes without power Friday morning. Senator Ted Cruz, a Republican from Texas, defended taking a family vacation to Cancun, Mexico, after critics accused him of abandoning his constituents at the height of a catastrophic winter.
Whether the decision to go was tone deaf, look, it was obviously a mistake, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it. I was trying to be a dad.
Mr. Cruz is a senator and not a first responder, and all issues regarding the state are being handled by the governor. Thanks for listening. We do appreciate it. We are USA Radio News.
We've all heard it. Eat healthy. But what does eating healthy mean? Sure, there are countless diets out there, but they contradict each other. Yet all experts agree we should eat a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Whole fruits and vegetables are the perfect fuel to power the cells in your body, giving you the stamina you need to handle your day-to-day activities. And that's what Balance of Nature is. Whole fruits and vegetables delivered to you in a convenient capsule form for only 22 cents a serving. Our proprietary blend has no additives or fillers, just the full nutritional value of a variety of 31 different fruits and vegetables. Balance of Nature provides you with a natural energy boost without a caffeine crash, a 3 o'clock slump, or an early bedtime. Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself by going to balanceofnature.com or by calling 1-800-2468-751 and use discount code USA.
The wild plants you can transform into a popular cooking and baking ingredient. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Farm fresh Florida produce. It's the best in the world. From tomatoes and peppers to blueberries and strawberries, no one grows seasonal crops better than Florida farmers. But unfair trade practices are threatening Florida farms and families. The USMCA trade agreement will make it worse. I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. It's time to put American farmers first and protect our Florida seasonal growers today.
I'm a botanist, I'm a scientist, and an activist. I'm a mechanic, I'm a caretaker, a hay raker, I'm a miller, a tiller, and a grain bin filler. I'm a farmer. But the most important handle I ever had is Dad.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
There are many wild edible plants that you can make into flour, the ingredient you use to cook and bake with, that is. However, some of these need to be mixed and matched with other grains in order to bind together well. Go ahead and experiment and see which ones you like best. Acorns, for example, they're edible but need to be bleached before you can use them. Chestnuts, too, which, when made into flour, is sweet and light and incredibly good in cakes. Hazelnuts, walnuts, pecan, and beech nuts can all be made into flour. Different grains, such as curly dock, wild rice, lamb's quarter, and wild rye, can all be ground and made into flour too. Potatoes and tapioca and other roots can also be transformed into wild flours. Some people have even used the tree bark from pine and birch trees to grind into a fine powder, though it's only recommended that it comes from a recently fallen or cut tree, never a live one. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a thick cloud cover today with a couple of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and a high of 77 to 86. Then clearing tonight, low 50 to 55. Plenty of sunshine Saturday, but cooler with a high of 65 to 71. Then partly sunny Sunday, high 73 to 75. Mostly cloudy Monday, showers, high 78 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the